Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 23 of the It Doesn't Matter podcast. We've got myself, John, and we've got
Bobby Vladino.
Yes, sir. And we've got
I am the notorious one. I am Dom. Boom.
all right, there he is. Like I said, it's week 23, and we're totally in sync. It's not like we haven't done this in a couple of weeks or something, but
We'll figure it out.
We'll get it one day.
But tell you what doesn't stop is professional wrestling, and we've got lots going on in the world of professional wrestling. So, Dom, what do we got going on today?
Besides Wrestlemania, this is one of my favorite seasons. The hottest party is about to take place. Summerslam is approaching. And Monday Night Raw has been picking up even more. The Bloodline's doing their thing on SmackDown, but Monday Night Raw always recaps it. The Judgment Day is one of the hottest things out there now.
Which, thank God.
They're doing the damn thing. I
Yep.
don't like how they keep beating up Carmelo Hayes, though. Show
Yeah.
that man some love. That's your NXT champ.
He's getting beat down for no good reason, I would
Yeah,
think.
why is that even happening? That's your champ down there.
have
I get
no
it. He's
idea.
not a main roster guy, but you're making him look like a chump.
You had him come up to Monday Night Raw, and he lost his match. They go down to NXT, get beat up even some more. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
They win the title, bury you.
Yeah.
That's what they do in WWE.
Until Brock gets you.
They didn't bury Braun Breaker. But
Uh,
he's losing matches now, too, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
I know. Well, Carmelo Hayes is now a face, right? So that's what they do. They beat down the baby face.
He need to go back to be a heel.
Yeah.
Him and Trick.
He lost his edge.
He lost his edge.
Yeah.
He lost
We
his
almost
edge.
lost an edge, from what I heard.
What are you talking about?
Heard there might be an injury.
To-
No, I'm just
oh
kidding.
my god. The perennially injured Radar Superstar Edge, who had quite a match on SmackDown last week, live from Madison Square Garden. So that was a fun little show, and it was sold out allegedly, but at
That
least
crowd was hot.
Yeah.
It was a hot crowd, yeah. And I mean, once I saw that, I didn't have a chance to watch SmackDown Live, but once I saw, like, what the hell is Edge doing on SmackDown? Like, okay, and then so he has a match on SmackDown, and it
Is
was
he a
just crazy.
SmackDown guy or is he a Raw guy?
SmackDown guy.
Oh. But we haven't seen him in a while. That's what it is. So it kind of like shocked us.
That
Biding
darn
his
draft.
time, that's all.
Yeah.
You're just waiting to see what happens.
He's picking the spots, and he had that match in MSG. He probably came back because he wanted to wrestle one more proverbial time at Madison Square Garden, and he got to do it with the up and coming Grayson Waller. So
I seen that match, and honestly, I can say Grayson Waller, he's that dude.
Yeah.
He is going to be an up-and-coming star, so
I agree.
great job on you guys bringing him up. I mean, I think when he came up, supposedly he had an injury was his ankle or his knee,
yeah,
which, hey, even with the promos, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to have good promos, because if you can't wrestle, you got to keep talking. And if you can't talk, you're shit out of luck.
Look at Platino telling stories.
Come on, man.
Platino cutting promos now.
Come on, man.
what do you want to talk about?
Well, since
Man.
you talked about talking about great promos and whatnot, I want to get into this Ricochet and Logan Paul. That's the match I'm looking forward to.
Yes.
I thought you said we were going to talk about great promos.
Yeah, Logan Paul is a great promo.
Who told Ricochet to start referring to himself in the third person? Ricochet says this, and it's like, man, I'm a huge Ricochet fan, but hey, you got to start somewhere. So
Hey,
I'm
you got to
looking.
get yourself over.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this little feud and Ricochet getting the deserved push. But everybody know Logan Paul's gonna go over. But Ricochet, man, you need a manager, man. You can't talk to save your life. It is bad. Like, you did a little flip over the top rope, what you did against Velveteen Dream. That was pretty cool,
Yes.
whatever.
it
But
wasn't as great as
It wasn't as great,
no,
but
no.
the fan, only one person's like, oh my god. That was it. It had nothing to it. Like Logan Paul said, you only do it for TikTok virals. That's basically it.
It just screamed WWE freaking scripted promo again.
It's terrible.
If you don't trust your guys, come on, man. Like, I've told my bosses plenty of times, let me fail. Let me fail. If I fail, I can pick up on what I did wrong and then do better. Don't give me some bullshit about, well, this is how you do it and that's it. Like, that's how you learn. If you're always winning, what do you learn? Nothing.
Well, Ricochet ain't winning, so
Well, that too.
he ain't learning nothing.
They couldn't, I mean, he came through the NXT system, right? So couldn't they give him some practice down there, some more promo time down there? But that was many years ago now. Remember, going to talk about the main topic, SummerSlam coming up, but Ricochet and AJ Styles had a U.S. title feud going to SummerSlam once, and that just whoosh, like, did anyone even remember
exactly.
that?
Honestly, Ricochet need to take notes from Logan Paul because he's everything that Ricochet should be.
Yeah. Maybe they can learn from each other.
Ricochet, Logan Paul can do everything that Ricochet do, but better, and he can talk, and he already got
Yes.
So
Yes.
sorry, Ricky.
I'm sorry to say that, bro.
That's
but
what
he's
you
right.
need to be. You need to be Logan Paul. Take some notes from him.
Logan Paul, he's a very smooth talker, so maybe this feud, this relationship they have heading into SummerSlam, maybe they can benefit off each other. Logan Paul can become a more polished professional wrestler, and Ricochet can become a more polished speaker. So
That's the thing.
Pause. But how much polish can Logan Paul be? This dude, he's good, man.
Yeah.
He's good. This man,
he's better than 90%
he main
of the
evented
roster.
Saudi Arabia with Roman Reigns. This man, he can put on performance.
For the WWE to trust you with your number one guy, especially in oh man, that right there. That right there just says it all.
I don't want no one lucky punch man.
No.
That's all I gotta say.
Yo, so he missed the lucky punch. He swung that shit twice. You see Ricochet warming up his feet to do that damn Brian Kendrick shit, the sliced bread
like
off the
little
apron.
Mario,
What
just
are you doing?
getting ready to run up.
Yeah, get the momentum.
Yeah, charge up right quick. He's watching AEW Fight Forever. That's
Oh, well, that was.
What a game.
I was a Dom.
I only put like 4 matches. I don't know how to kick out. Kick out button mash to kick out the damn thing, man. I mean, it was crazy.
I mean, this is a very, not dating ourselves at all, very long time ago, but it was the second SmackDown game on the PlayStation 1, I believe, and I brought it to my friend's house.
Was it SmackDown Just Bring It?
I think it was Know Your Role.
That was the third one.
I think it was Know Your Role. And we were playing, I think, the I Quit match, and we're just beating on each other and beating on each other. And we're just like, why won't this match end? And my friend had the gall to ask, can I borrow this game over the weekend? I'm like, I just got it. I'm like, no, I brought it over so we can play on a Saturday, off school, and it's like, can I borrow it over the weekend? I'll give it back to you Monday. I'm like, sure, okay. What the fuck? Matt Stemler, that's you, baby.
Calling you out.
I'm calling you out, man. So he figured out over the weekend. He's like, I figured out the I Quit match thing. I was like, what's that? He's like, I just noticed there was this weird microphone in all the areas that we went to. So it's like, walk over, pick up the microphone, and it was PS1. There's no voice clips or anything.
I remember the whole animation is like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I quit. And so that was fun.
Do you remember back in when they got rid of the Attitude Era and Stone Cold used to get the middle finger and they start blurring the shit out during the games?
I remember that.
Oh man, that was a crazy time.
Well, in some of the video games, because they are international games, they blur out the WWF logo.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And it's just awkward. They had like the WWE logo, but just like with a bigger black background behind it. It's like, we're covering up the old logo.
Damn pandas.
Yep.
I hate pandas.
I'm glad you're thinking the same way.
Every time I look in the mirror, gosh darn it, I see a panda.
Speaking of pandas.
Oh Jesus.
The way her eyes be looking. I'm looking forward to Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam.
I have to burp, okay? I ruined it.
Why'd you do that?
Oh,
I'm looking forward to that match.
no. Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey.
For SummerSlam, I am looking forward
I was
to that.
waiting for this for the longest time, man.
I thought they were gonna go longer than this, but
Yeah, from what I
they
hear.
sped it up for Money in the Bank.
From what I hear, I guess Ronda's out.
Supposedly leaving. But if they're going to go out, let it go out in the bang. Let's get a Lions Den match, something like that. or in the dungeon, some shit like that. Yeah. I want to see something like that.
Well, you want them to have a special kind of match like the Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman, but just let them have like a standard match. Let them go. Let Ronda, if that's her swan song, let her go out with a bang. And bang Shayna Baszler and get that match taken care of.
Be some bang bangs in Detroit.
That's right.
Oh boy.
And someone might be in Detroit for that show live.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
I am a Ronda Rousey fan. I will freely admit that her run this past year and change has not been great at all. I really liked her initial run, and I actually have a Ronda Rousey T-shirt.
Autographed?
tie-dye. Not autographed, but I am a Rousey fan. This run hasn't been that great, so maybe she can pull one out and have a great send-off at SummerSlam versus Shayna Baszler.
I wish she really fed into the whole like fans hating her shit. Like,
I think she did.
She did.
Oh, yeah.
She did.
But I don't know if WWE held her back from it. It's like they were still like, "No, be a babyface. No, people love you."
So now that
Like
Ronda's getting ready to leave, this is the Shayna Baszler that we need. She's bringing back that NXT Shayna Baszler.
I mean, the submission magician.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Shayna Baszler. I mean, I respect her and I appreciate her efforts in the ring, but I just didn't really see it with her, But that being said, when she came to the main roster, I think she should have won that Women's Royal Rumble that year. But she did go on to face Becky Lynch at the COVID Mania anyway, but she lost, and then Becky got pregnant, and then the thing went to Asuka. It's like couldn't have just we really didn't want Shayna Baszler to win. Like that's the Vince-ism right there. Vince is like, I don't like that panda-looking Shayna Baszler, whatever her name is, and that didn't happen.
She doesn't sell sex. Fuck that. She's not a blonde.
You don't like when she spit out her mouth guard? Or throw it?
Sometimes you have to internalize things.
Yeah.
And yes, that would be one of those things. Moving on.
All right, guys. Today's topic of the show: who is Mr. SummerSlam?
Mr. SummerSlam.
Everybody knows that Shawn Michaels is considered Mr. WrestleMania, which I really don't think he is. I think
He's
Undertaker
not.
Mr. WrestleMania. But Shawn Michaels, he had some legendary performances at WrestleMania. Even though he had a losing record, they still consider him Mr. WrestleMania.
Now, when you consider somebody Mr. Whatever, should they have a good record, or should they just be the guy that always has that moment every time?
Ooh,
Shawn had the moment. Mick Foley, Mr. In Your House, I know his record wasn't all that good either. So I guess it's all about the moments, the memories, like what sticks out to you.
Yeah, the difference between wrestling and most pro sports, wrestling is all about the moments. When it comes to pro sports, it's all about the wins, the record-breaking.
Easy for you to say.
Record-breaking moments, like in baseball, the perfect game, the cycle. 4 home runs in a game. Football, 7 touchdowns per quarterback. Basketball.
You know what that results to? Getting drug tested. All the accolades, you get drug tested.
That's true.
Listen, Sammy Sosa didn't get drug tested till way later. Okay.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, no. Change colors.
My peoples. What happened, man? What happened?
John.
Sorry, the only thing I can think of with the sports references, like, I myself went on vacation recently, and I was in the area of Seattle, Washington, and just something that just happened to be, we just put on TV. I put it on TV. I was casting my YouTube to the television, and we were watching, in Seattle, so something came up with the Seattle Mariners, and one of those things was just a random documentary on Ken Griffey Jr., and I don't watch sports.
One of my favorites.
I know nothing about sports.
Griffey's the man.
But I'm not a big sports guy. However, I do enjoy sports movies and documentaries and things of that nature.
What's your favorite sports movie, Mr. 3000? Rookie of the Year?
Well, I do like Moneyball.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen no one. All right.
Brad Pitt, he's had a great body of work and a great body as well. And... Moneyball. I thought Moneyball was pretty awesome, and it was Jonah Hill before he lost a lot of weight, and I thought that was a fun movie. I remember in high school, New London High School, during a rainy day in gym class, we watched. Was that Mr. 3000 with Tom Selleck?
That's Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball, or Mr. Baseball.
That was good.
You watched that? You watched that in gym class? Mr. Baseball?
Mr. Baseball.
And yeah, a lot of sports movies are, they're easy to tell stories, so even if you don't watch sports, you can follow along and really enjoy it. And there's one with, I think it was called Draft Day with Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I ain't seen that one.
I seen that one.
Yep. So, but yeah, a lot of sports movies, things of that nature. So there's a cat in the background for those not watching at home.
Luna, relax.
Luna, chill out.
Tearing up something in your bag.
Please, what? Hey, cat. Anyway, Abel's gonna go take care of both. But yeah, we're watching this thing about Ken Griffey Jr. and I learned a lot. I mean, I knew the name Ken Griffey Jr., but I didn't know anything else about him. I couldn't even tell you what team he played for.
You don't need to hear that.
But watching the documentary was pretty awesome, especially, like I said, considering that I was vacationing in the area. So, yeah, that's what was in my mind when the cat disappeared into the ether. Northwest Pacific. There goes the cat. Anyway, for audio listeners out there.
The KWO will be...
Oh, no, the cat's back. Ken Griffey Jr.
Yes. Damn it.
It was a great documentary, so check it out. Free on YouTube. So
that's it. All right, so back to Mr. SummerSlam.
Back to Mr. SummerSlam.
Luna Sean.
John, who you got? Who you think is Mr. SummerSlam?
Well, you just mentioned the guy himself, and I was presented this question earlier in the week, and I was really thinking about it. Like, it's easy to call WrestleMania Mr. WrestleMania. It's easy to because it's been done so many times, and WrestleMania is like the first premium live event I put on Peacock if I want to just watch something nostalgic. SummerSlam less so because that's how WWE treats it. SummerSlam is it's one of the big pay-per-views of the year: Royal Rumble, Survivor Series.
Big four. Money in the Bank consider maybe a big one.
I mean, they've gotten bigger.
It's getting there
with the theme Elimination Chamber. And
I feel like Money in the Bank is slowly creeping into the big four and kicking some Survivor Series out of the way. Even though it's an OG and it's been there, it's just like
wait till we do those watch-alongs.
Which one?
I want the old ones with the random teams, like all the Warriors, Ultimate Warrior, Modern Day Warrior,
That watch along will be.
Oh Lord,
that's what Ultimate Warrior does. Destrucity.
Probably couldn't breathe.
But
back in Arizona air.
It was hard. Ultimate Creations, man. I got that comic book. I went to Sargent's Comics in New London, Connecticut, and I tried to get all the following issues because it was supposed to be a Warrior comic book every single month. But that jackass, he screwed up his own comic book, and he even wrote like a foreword in a book. He wrote on the front, inside the front cover, he's like,
how do you spell that?
Warrior. What does the text, the captioning say? But he was like, oh, well, it'd be out monthly like I promised, but the publisher is getting on my ass or something. It's like, man, Warrior, what the hell is wrong with you? Never mind. He had his own Warrior Wrestling Academy or something. It's like, come on, what the hell?
I wonder why he left.
I wonder why he left. But
no one went back to Oregon. He's like, tired of this crap.
Think about Mr. SummerSlam for myself. I just went to the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and I think Dom might have a list, but why I chose Shawn Michaels for Mr. SummerSlam is he had that return ladder match with Razor Ramon at SummerSlam '95, faced Vader at 1996, that first year when I first got into wrestling again. Yeah, it was a so-so match. He was the special, and I will be the special referee for Undertaker and Bret Hart. Oh man,
that was probably what kicked off the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it kicked off over it.
Spit off.
Kicked Undertaker's head off.
Oh boy.
And I know he was part of the Rockers, but I couldn't really pinpoint some of those matches that he had as part of the Rockers tag team, but that's okay. He faced Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam '93.
Really?
And yeah, I believe so. Wow. Yeah.
And, no, I thought Brett fought him at Perfect at '93.
Brett and Perfect was '91.
Yeah,
91.
It was 91.
'92 was Brett Bulldog, and Shawn Michaels was there too. I think did he face El Matador? No, that was at WrestleMania.
Oh boy.
And anyway, but the reason why I chose Shawn Michaels is because he had the Razor Ramon, the Vader, and that moment as the referee. But I chose it because that was his pay-per-view for his return match from injury against Triple H in that no holds barred match.
That match,
there you go.
That match was epic.
That was the one.
Unsanctioned.
That was the one, and one of the.
How that did not get a 5-star match? Hey, I'm sorry, Dave.
Subjective.
Yeah. I love Dave.
But it was huge at the time. It was a huge match at the time.
This is holy shit. He was better than most of the guys on the roster after a 5-year layoff.
You could say that, Abel. However, SummerSlam 2002 was loaded, man. It had, I believe it had RVD and Chris Benoit.
Oof.
Right? Or no, it was Edge.
No, it was Edge.
It wasn't Edge and
Edge. I called him the other day, we was talking about the card. The opening match was Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle.
Oh my god.
The opening match.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And who really liked that? Boys. And Kurt Angle loves boys. But yes, that was a hot match. It was Edge versus Eddie Guerrero?
Edge and Eddie.
Edge and Eddie.
Edge and Eddie for the
Yeah,
IC
Edge versus
title.
Eddie Guerrero. RVD and Benoit, right?
Yep.
Right? And then, of course, the main event being Rock versus Brock.
That shit was loaded. And
And that took place in Nassau Coliseum, and that crowd was lit as well. That's one of the best pay-per-views you'll ever watch, SummerSlam 2002.
when we do our watch along for August, vote for that one because that show was amazing.
We didn't have to vote. We might as well just do it.
So you have that pay-per-view, 2002, with Shawn Michaels returning from injury, just tremendous, And
Was it the longest match of the night? Because, Triple H got out the longest match of the night, brother.
Going off on a side here, the matches of that era with Triple H, you just don't want to watch it because there's marathon matches for the sake of being marathon matches.
But for that marathon?
Well, yeah,
That was a fight.
Especially if you have a hardcore match element to it, it's going to be great and fun to watch.
I think we've talked about this in previous podcasts, like saying if one of us had like a combination of a type of match, that would be something like me and Dom would do. Like, say if one of us got hurt and then came back from injury so many years, it's like, I trust you.
Yeah.
Like, and I know you trust me. We're going to throw some potatoes, but we're going to make some mashed potatoes. They all gonna like it.
Damn, Triple H trusted Shawn Michaels again. Remember in Crown Jewel? Tore his pec. And Shawn had to take the match.
Big props to Triple H for that too, though. To try to finish that match too, between the pec and the quad.
And Kane losing his mask?
No, that's not
Triple H is retired now, but if he did actually, against Dr. George, he'd come back for one match. He'd be in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
of course.
10 million. I'd do
money,
it.
money.
Yeah.
So again, this tremendous moment at SummerSlam 2002, and going forward, the next big moment for Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam is against the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Oh my God!
And you want to talk about a match where I watched many times, over and over again?
Oh, I couldn't stand his punches, his kicks.
Yo, Shawn
the leg
Michaels,
drop.
he asshole
Oh my
for
God!
that. Yo, that man oversold that big boot, man. I've never seen all the years I watch Hogan give the big boot. Pause. Never seen nobody bounce like that, man. Pause.
Do you think like one breaking point in that match was Shawn Michaels? He really slapped the fuck out of Hulk Hogan, and Hogan had a look on his face like, "This is a fucking shoot,
Yeah,
brother." Hogan, like Shawn Michaels, like boom, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Hogan just goes dead eye, like,
"Listen here, Jack."
And it's like, oh my God! So that's just another big moment for Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam. That's why I chose Shawn Michaels as Mr. SummerSlam. What about you?
No, hey, we'll go. Next.
Oh,
come on now.
Hey, what you got for Mr. SummerSlam?
Mr. SummerSlam is actually part of my Mount Rushmore. Who should be in part of Mount Rushmore down the road. His name is Brock Lesnar.
Well, the show's gonna be short, so that's my pick too.
God damn it.
Go ahead.
You gotta think about it.
Why is he your Mount Rushmore?
You got that match with Rock.
Yeah.
6 months in. 6 months in, and the company's already giving you the belt. I know he was down in OVW and did his thing, but 6 months, and for The Rock, of all people, to be like, you know what? He's the guy. That says a lot. You got him versus Randy when he
So many problems with that.
oh yeah, sorry. I know Chris wanted to kill him, but hey,
Jericho, that is.
Like, I don't get it. I heard the story of why they went with that finish, but just come on, like, why you don't have to do that. That's what wrestling is a work, man. You don't have to make it a shoot. Wrestling is a work. You work it. You don't make it a shoot by using your elbows and your bones.
yeah, that was dangerous. I'm sorry, that was dangerous. Even if Randy said, "Yeah, go ahead and do that," there's no fucking way.
I mean, if
There's
you ever,
no way.
I mean, I am never the biggest Brock Lesnar supporter, based on his booking. I like him as an athlete, and he's great. He's a great performer, but just the way he's booked sometimes, so you can't call it totally unfair with Brock Lesnar because look what he did to John Cena. It's coming up on the list. What he did to John Cena. John Cena, the top guy in WWE. Look what he did to Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Second to the top guy in WWE. It's like to the Undertaker, So Brock has been able to do these things, and that's why he gets away with murder, perhaps. For lack of a better term, and there are plenty of better terms, but they let Brock get away with anything that he wants to do. So
he also got the guy that runs the show now, Triple H.
Oh man,
with that look, I know the way that move is done, it looks nasty when he fucking does that armbar. Oh my god,
armbar.
That move is oof. Triple oof.
Wasn't that the third time him and Triple H had a match that year?
I want to say.
Did they have a rematch at Backlash or something?
Yeah, second or third time, something like that.
Because
he broke after that. I think before then he broke Shawn Michaels' arms as well.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
You got him with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Those two, I've never seen them have a bad match. CM Punk, AEW.
Yeah, CM Punk, that was a good one.
He's another guy that.
But physically speaking, do you really think CM Punk can match up against Brock Lesnar?
No, I mean, battle of the Paul Heyman guy. That's all.
Could you? I mean, Rey Mysterio, he had a match with Brock, and that was a great match.
Yeah, remember he threw him on the stretcher and threw it.
No, that was Big Show.
Paul.
Oh
just
yeah,
Paul.
Different Paul.
Yeah.
We also got what you say, Undertaker, Cena.
Undertaker with the infamous gif of a.
The one match that gets overlooked too is that match with Samoa Joe, Braun, and Roman.
Fatal 4-way.
That Fatal 4-way.
That was epic.
I really think they made all four of those guys.
I was there.
Three.
Where was that at?
That was in the Barclays Center.
You were there?
I was there. It was one of the worst arenas in the world, Barclays Center, if you have a cheap seat.
No.
If you have a good seat, hey, it's a great arena. If you have the cheap seats, you're way up there. But no, I was in person for that, and the show's pay-per-views at the time were just long. They're just like, we went with this all day.
The crowd wasn't all that because the night before was always the NXT.
Oh yeah, right.
And I always went to the takeover, so I never did the SummerSlam thing until last year in Nashville.
But I gotta say that SummerSlam, that whatever year that was with Joe, the four-way, Joe, Brock, Roman, and someone else.
Braun Strowman.
Brawny the Strowman. And, I was marking out heavy. I don't know what was in me, and maybe I was having a few. But I was going crazy for that main event, and it was a fun-ass main event, for sure. So, one of those hidden gems. Go check it out on Peacock. That four-way SummerSlam match with Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, and someone else.
And then you got the two epic match. Well, not two, but one of the good matches with Roman by himself with the belt.
Yeah. Well,
the first one was... That's when the Shield Roman. I called it Shield because he had that stupid fucking vest. God, I hate that vest.
He was like a super putty. You push that emblem in and he just disappears.
I was so glad he finally turned heel and got rid of that bullshit, man. Oh,
people really think that's what held him back, that stupid damn vest.
It did.
You gotta change his look.
When it comes to WWE, it's all about the look. And guys like us, that look is horrible. Like, you're not a fucking SWAT member.
He wasn't saying that when D'Lo Brown had his shit on.
Shut up.
Better recognize. I mean, who doesn't want to cosplay as the big dog Roman Reigns, But
alright, so like Platino said, Brock Lesnar is his Mr. SummerSlam pick. Same for me. If you really want to see the evolution of Brock Lesnar, watch him at every single SummerSlam. Like Abel said, he was kicking ass, taking names in OVW. 6 months later, he went against the most electrifying man in all entertainment, The Rock. Whooped that ass. The match is okay. After that, Kurt Angle.
Like
a great wrestling match.
Never seen
he tapped out. He tapped out.
I've
he only tapped out twice in WWE.
Bad match.
He only tapped out twice in WWE. Who's Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit. That was his last tap out.
Who?
Yeah, that dude. After that, my order's fucked up, but it might have been Triple H.
Yeah.
And that storyline, Brock just came back from the UFC.
Yeah.
And then he
updated
his moveset. He went from being a pure wrestling athlete to like this
MMA
mixed martial artist.
Now, was he in his first rivalry when he first came back? I'm trying to remember. Was it Cena? I believe
his first rivalry when he came back was Cena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to refresh my
memory. Yeah, and hell, the whole Cena thing, the man just went crazy. The match went 16 minutes. This man took 16 suplexes. Cena only had 1 minute of offense that whole match. I remember I ordered that shit in my house. This is when you had to order pay-per-views.
Was that just after he broke the streak?
2014, yeah.
So
it's after he broke the streak. So after he elevated up again. He changed up.
Did you hear the storyline that Cena had with that?
Yeah, I did. And that's
you heard about that where he talked to Taker or whoever it was backstage. He's like, why the hell am I gonna have a 50-50 match with a guy who just broke Undertaker's streak?
Exactly. So that's why that match made sense.
That right there, like, Cena gets so much shit from us from back in the day where we're just like,
we don't know. We just we see him on TV every week. And he was getting, the same treatment as Triple H. Like, damn, this motherfucker, you gonna lose?
Yeah.
Like, same shit. So when we seen Brock whoop that ass, we was like, whoa, like, he better not come back and do the 5 moves of doom shit.
It really says a lot more about Cena's selflessness than anything else. I mean, even right now, he's putting guys over that may not even be ready for the fucking big show.
Yeah.
We really are that type or that generation where we're like, we don't appreciate what we had, and then when it's gone, we're like,
that's how
where are you going?
I'm probably the biggest John Cena fan now that he's gone. But I was like a big fan of Cena, the word life with the jerseys.
That was my
shit right
scene.
there. But then when they came more PG.
Yeah, it became too Hogan-ish.
Yeah, I like the edginess.
Do you know the turning point when Cena went from "we love him, he's so awesome and cool" to "we don't like you"? Do you know when that was?
What was that?
It was his feud with Kurt Angle. Now, I might have mentioned this before or not.
Which one?
Unforgiven 2005.
Yes.
Because because Cena was just the young talent not getting a push, and he's starting to get a push, and the groundswell of support from the fans, right? And so he's popular. He's still very popular. Go check the tape if you want.
Yeah.
He was up until his feud with Kurt Angle at that Unforgiven 2005. Because the reason for that was someone like John Cena. He's a good professional wrestler, and over the years, obviously, he's a great professional wrestler.
Yes.
I mean, does he do all the moves that Ricochet does? No. Is he smooth like Rey Mysterio? No. Is he a technical tactician like Bryan Danielson? No. But he knows how to be a great sports entertainer, a great WWE professional wrestler. But when you had him face off against someone with legitimate credentials, like a Kurt Angle, and he's just beating him like easily, and because that's what WWE does, they push their baby faces superhuman style. Like, think back in the 80s, Hulk Hogan. Like, we think nostalgic about Hulk Hogan and all those matches that he had, but it's like, if you were like a Mark fan back in the day, you're like, there's no way Hulk Hogan would beat King Harley Race with a big boot and a leg drop. There's no way he would beat Dusty Rhodes, the guy who was in the Carolinas and in Florida Championship Wrestling. No way would he. I don't think he ever wrestled anyway. But for example, like Hogan can't beat these better, tougher, more legit threat of a human being. But that's how Hogan was pushed.
Yes.
That's how John Cena was pushed. There's no way in hell John Cena can beat a guy like Kurt Angle, like for real.
No.
Even though wrestling is what it is.
He couldn't beat Eddie Guerrero, and people were like, that size don't matter. No, trust me, Eddie Guerrero put him in a pretzel.
Yeah.
That's how good he was.
As an aside, there's a brand new Eddie Guerrero action figure, and his shoulders are jacked to the gills.
Make me want to fucking...
It's like motivation in the wrong sort of way. But whoa.
HGH.
So my name's H.
$5 that.
Shop right. But Ryan, I think I told a story on the podcast once about how
Honey glazed ham.
what's going on over here? Honey.
HGH.
I love that shopping channel. But it's like when I saw there was a match between Rico, of Billy, Chuck, and Rico, and he beat Ric Flair on Raw, even though it was like, a weird, stupid finish. Rico won. I'm like, that's just totally breaking the wall for me. There's no way in hell a guy like Rico in that position beats the Nature Boy Ric Flair, even if he's old. Just breaking kayfabe for me, just a little bit.
So back to Brock Lesnar and breaking kayfabe. After Brock whooped that ass and broke the streak at WrestleMania, he fought The Undertaker. The Undertaker was himself, but Brock pushed him to another level. Like, we never seen, like, this Taker was desperate. This
Yeah.
Taker did a low blow,
Yeah.
and then
He tapped.
Brock lost that match.
Brock lost, but he
Yeah, but
tapped.
we never seen that side of Taker before. Like even
Oh,
when he's the
yeah.
badass, you never seen that Taker hitting a low blow, and then he's sitting up, Brock's looking at him just laughing, and Taker, Undertaker, like yo, he took Undertaker to a whole new level.
Yeah.
The whole
Was it that match that he tapped, or
yeah, it was,
He did no, actually,
It was
I don't
the
know.
Hell's
it
Gate.
was a different match?
was that the Hell's Gate at SummerSlam?
Who tapped?
Brock tapped.
Brock tapped?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe
Brock-
the third time he tapped him.
One of them.
Or he passed out, one or the other.
It was one of them where Taker. No, it might have been that one where Brock tapped and then Taker lost.
They had a match like a Hell in a Cell or Battleground
Yeah,
or something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Like a rematch. And it wasn't as good. But
You know
Yeah,
what
that was
I'm
like a
talking
cage match or something like that.
It blurred- it
They
blurred
had like
together.
3 matches.
Yeah.
The rubber match.
about. I'm trying to remember. I think Taker tapped or he lost.
no, I didn't remember. Undertaker did like a fake tap to the referee.
Yeah,
But it wasn't or to Brock. No,
Yep.
yes. Undertaker did a fake tap so Brock would release the hold.
Yep.
But the
Yeah,
match
that's
still
when Brock.
continued.
Yeah, Brock,
Brock
lost
lost.
to the Hell's Gate. Yeah,
Yep.
I don't think he tapped. I think he passed out. Maybe.
I forget what happened.
I don't know. We gotta check.
We
We gotta check the tapes.
Yeah, like there's a random, like back when the WWE Network was brand new and they were trying with weird experiments, they had like a live pay-per-view, live special event from MSG, and I think the match was Brock and Big Show.
Oh jeez.
Wait, did he have Brock versus the Demon, like Battle of Tokyo or some shit like that too?
No, that was.
Oh,
Uh,
I was like Big Show and Finn Balor.
No.
Hold on, sorry.
I think that was Big E or Kofi.
Oh, I could have sworn they had Brock and the Demon.
Brock and Kofi faced at one of those weird events.
Yeah, I think it was Kofi.
I think it was
prior to this title run.
Yeah.
Shit, who I watched?
Oh no, you're right. That was in Japan.
Yeah,
Brock
it was in
and Brock
Japan.
Kofi in
I want to
Japan.
say 2015 or 16.
I was on vacation in Maryland or something.
You all over the place. You missed the worldwide.
Yeah, no, you really are Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. 860.
You going to Detroit?
That's I don't know. Probably not. But you know who is going to Detroit? This guy. Hey yo.
All right, so we got CM Punk. That's another guy, another Hall of Fame worthy guy that Brock fought. It was a decent match. It
Do
is
you
what
think
it
they'll
is.
ever put him
I
in the
liked it.
WWE Hall of Fame?
No.
That's fucking
You got
What,
the
while
Randy.
Vince is alive?
Never say never.
No.
Not while Vince is alive. Sorry.
No. He disrespected that whole family. He's not going to the WWE Hall of Fame. He might not even accept.
Yeah, the way they did it.
Yeah. no.
You don't send me you getting fired on my wedding day. Fuck you too.
Hey, don't you think Sting should be the first guy in the AEW Hall of Fame? Because AEW, TNA, WWE,
Triple Crown.
That'd be
Triple
something.
Crown for the Stinger.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
All right, so you got the Randy Orton match, which was pretty good.
Oh
and
my
then Brock
God.
got serious, took the gloves off and the elbows and
I
boom straight to
hate
the
that
head.
so much.
Yeah.
It was different, yeah. Nobody knew what was going on. Like, damn, you just punish this man.
I couldn't have okayed that. No way.
You know that match.
I've had concussions too, so that fucking just imagine I would be pissed.
I'm quite sure that that Randy Orton getting a legitimate concussion from Brock Lesnar fucking him up at that SummerSlam was the reason. 2016. And the reason I know that is because the following year, 2017, WrestleMania Orlando, Randy Orton won the WWE title as a thank you for getting his shit knocked out of him the SummerSlam before. Because there's that didn't make any sense. Randy Orton was teaming with Bray Wyatt at the time. He was in the Wyatt family. They had a breakup. But it's like that didn't Randy Orton win the Royal Rumble that year? That came out of freaking nowhere. Like, why is Randy Orton winning the Rumble this year? But he did, and then he won the title, and then he lost it to the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. And,
That's why transitional champion.
Randy Orton, he's had a varied reputation over the years, but one thing you could definitely say is he does what's best for business. He does the job. He's put over so many guys, especially losing the title to Jinder Mahal and to Mark Henry.
I'm not gonna lie.
He's always dropped the title.
Even though that run wasn't the greatest, I actually like that they elevated Jinder.
Jinder, yeah.
Because he was released and he came back
This
within a
man
year or two.
came back brolic.
Yo, he
Had the long hair,
Yes.
the turban. That shit that's a badass look, man. I couldn't wait to play WWE 2K.
He was one of those
Whatever it
guys
was.
where I was like, all right, that's what happens when you get motivated again. Someone's telling you you're not good enough. Fuck you. I'm sure you I'm not.
Look at Drew Galloway. I mean McIntyre. And look at Heath.
That was on an indie show.
You ain't gonna see Heath.
Yeah, I know.
You got kids to take care of.
Heath's an Impact. I'm not sure if he's on Slammiversary, but he's an Impact.
Heath Slater and Rhino.
But 2 of the 3 other 3 MB?
Yeah, I met all 3 of them.
Which one you like the most?
At that time, Drew. At that time when I met him, Drew was all scrawny looking and shit. Jinder, like, he just trying to fit in. Like, he used to shop at Megatron in the Crystal Mall back in the day with them damn
$10 rack?
$10 rack jeans he had on.
I missed that. I ain't gonna lie.
And Heath, well, he got kids.
I think Drew McIntyre hit up that honey glazed ham. You know what I'm saying? Paula Dean with the crunchy glazed ham.
Well, since you're talking about ham, you had some big meaty men in that fatal 4-way between Roman, Samoa Joe, Braun, and Brock. That match, like I said before, it was epic.
Really slaps.
It was slapping.
No, it was.
Oh my god, I was looking forward to that match.
Yeah.
That was an amazing match.
And again, if Samoa Joe didn't have all these injuries, he really could have been something right there.
Exactly.
Hey, it's sad to say. I hate when I always say that, but I got my T-shirt. If he didn't get hurt.
I'm gonna just tell you this: after all the names I just said so far, and what you said too, I still got a couple more matches that he did, but every single person Brock fought was a world heavyweight champion in WWE.
Besides Braun.
Braun was a world heavyweight champion. He was universal champion.
Eventually.
Holy shit, you're right.
Only one that wasn't Samoa Joe. Wow. Out of, I believe.
But Samoa Joe was a champion.
Yeah, he was a champion.
But not in
WWE.
WWE.
Not in WWE. He wasn't. You know, he didn't get that.
Man.
He want to hurt people. But out of 11 SummerSlams, I believe Brock main evented 9. 9 SummerSlams. Hell, if you go back to the 2004 SummerSlam poster and look from then till maybe like 5 or 6 after that, Brock's on the cover. Brock's out. I had the poster from High Five back in the day. Eddie, thank you. I had that shit in my the one with him and Cena. I had that shit on my wall for the longest time.
That says a lot.
Brock, to me, is Mr. SummerSlam. And then you can't forget, after that Fatal 4-Way, I think the following year, he fought Seth Rollins. He lost that match, but it was...
What?
It was a good-ass match.
Geez.
It was a great-ass match.
It's why I keep saying.
Brock and Seth?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
20...
I remember that.
Oh, whoa.
20...
That's when Seth...
19?
That was, yeah, that's when Seth was on his roll before, The Fiend fucked him up forever. Yeah.
2019. And then
Right.
last year...
Yeah, because he won Money in the Bank. With Boombox.
I love Boombox.
Boombox Brock.
Yo, that's another level you don't even...
Nobody thought Brock had personality. This man had the hood on, holding the boombox, or the briefcase, like a boombox.
I'm telling you, he's sneakily climbing up that Mount Rushmore. He's kicking somebody
Brock
off.
is the man. She ain't kicking nobody off. He F5 in that motherfucker. That's what he doing.
Yo,
Brock is the man.
I've said it from before and I say it again. That guy's been a main event guy since day one.
Exactly.
There's only been a few that just like day one. All right, that's the guy.
Hell,
and stayed there.
After I know y'all remember. I think this was 2021. After Cena just lost to Roman at SummerSlam, and then Brock showed up with the fucking beard and that ponytail that he has now.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. And after that, it escalated that Roman and Brock again went to WrestleMania and SummerSlam. I was at SummerSlam in Nashville. And this motherfucker had the tractor?
Yeah.
Is that last year?
That was last year in Nashville.
Yeah. Jeez.
He had the tractor. He standing on top of the tractor and then he threw the mic. Roman just called it like nothing. All nonchalant.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Like
No.
I said, that's fucking dope. I said... That was me. I probably dropped that. That should have hit my hand.
I gotta give props to Roman for that one.
But yo, Brock is the beast. Brock is Mr. SummerSlam in my eyes.
Man.
We got some other people who could possibly Mr. SummerSlam, but I feel like all the matches I listed or named, they're all memorable.
When you main event and actually show out, it says right there who you are.
It's all memorable. You said Shawn Michaels. When you say Shawn Michaels SummerSlam, I think of the ladder match part 2 with
Yep.
Razor. I think of Hulk Hogan. I think of Triple H in the unsanctioned match.
And that's it.
That's all I think of. If you say Bret the Hitman Hart, first thing I'm thinking is
92.
yeah, him in Wembley
That's it.
with Bulldog. And
I love Bret. And I'm a big Bret fan.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's about it. If you say Seth Rollins, well then
Cena.
It would actually, yeah, it would be Cena because that dude. What's the comedian? Talk show host? Jon Stewart interfered in that match. Yeah. I'm like, really? What happened? He was shitting on Seth the whole damn time. Next thing you know, you're gonna help.
It made no sense.
Yeah, it made no damn sense. If you said Edge,
I can't remember anything.
Edge and Seth.
I love
recently,
Edge.
but back in the day, like,
I can mention random SummerSlam moments, but
if you say Orton, I remember Orton win the title against Benoit. I remember that shit for sure. But it could go either way. It's
Can I add a special mention to the Brock Lesnar and SummerSlam thing? Either it was 2012, I think it was 2012 or 2013. A special shout out to, maybe he's watching right now, Randy
Osaga.
So if you're
Randall.
So if you're gonna listen to this, watch this. If you're watching live right now, then this one's for you. It's like Randy used to host pay-per-view parties at his house, and everyone would come over, and we'd have a party, right? And or maybe it was one of the previous pay-per-views. In any case, they had a commercial for SummerSlam, and it was like this fake news report, fake weather report. It's like, oh, there's storms coming out through this area and it's dangerous, and it was F5.
It was F5.
Yep.
And it ended with the newscaster, he's trying to be somewhat serious, da da da, and then he ends with this shot right here. He's like, and it's something, it's the perfect storm, like that with his fist, like that. Oh. And for some reason, we just thought it was the most hilarious thing in the world. Okay, and you can find it on YouTube, so check it out. Find the SummerSlam commercial with Brock Lesnar, and it's like the perfect storm. So Randy, that was a thing for us. The perfect storm with a fist just like this.
I forgot what year it was, but SummerSlam commercial. Brock F5 the damn
shark. Yeah,
he F5 the shark.
That's the one where Sable was on the cover.
Hey.
You can't say that name, Edge.
I'm crazy.
On eBay, that's my eBay post.
Speaking of sharks,
what?
The Undertaker, Michelle McCool went live.
Yeah.
That was a shark
I
swimming by her feet. What? Next thing she got scared, and the Undertaker stood in the water. Undertaker stared down that shark. The motherfucking shark went the other damn way. Don't fuck with the dead man.
Sharks don't.
He went one-on-one with the Undertaker, and he said, "I'm out of here, homie."
Yeah, he's I'm out of here. That shit went viral. Look it up.
Hey, I ain't fuck with the dead man either.
Hell no.
You should fuck with Rogaine though.
Oh, jeez. Nah.
You got hats. Hey man, you getting there?
Fuck it. Just cut it off.
What are you talking about?
Just do the
You got the Cena.
Do not. I do not. I got all the hair. Just check my back.
All
right, what else we got going on?
Oh.
Well, we had a few birthdays. Brock Lesnar's birthday was yesterday. That man,
So for a gift, he's a two-time voted Doesn't Matter podcast. So Mr.
Exactly. And another thing, his next match is going to be at SummerSlam against Cody freaking Rhodes.
That's going to be a
the rubber match.
That's going to be another fucking
Exactly. All Hall of Famers, Brock is going to be fighting there at SummerSlam all the time.
Is Cody going to be champion?
He might. Well, not after that match, but and eventually, yeah.
Against who? Roman?
Find out at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we already know. That's the only way he's going to see
Roman.
Roman.
That's the only way he's going to see Roman.
Who put rolling R's in Abel's drink? That's what I want to know.
That's Dominicanism.
Yeah.
Rolling Rock.
I went to a bar once. And I asked the bartender, "Hey, so what would you like to drink?" I was like, "I would like a Rolling Rock." And she's like, "We don't have those here." I'm like, "Okay, then give me, whatever beer, Coors Light, right?" So here's what she proceeds to do.
Coors.
Whatever it was. She gives me a different beer. I'm like, I don't care.
Sorry, Coors.
So there
goes our sponsor.
We call it. Right? the draft choice, my choice.
That's a good one.
There you go.
So she pours a glass
With a while I had one of those.
with whatever beer it was, and she gives it to me in a Rolling Rock glass. And I said, "Is this a joke?" I asked for a Rolling Rock beer, and you said you don't have any. And you served me whatever swill there was left over in a Rolling Rock glass. And I believe this was at what is now known as Triple B Best Burgers and Brews on Route 12 in Groton, Connecticut.
Gales Ferry.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
We went there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good food. Good food.
No, they did.
It was the best burgers and brew you've had?
No.
We know what a burger. You got wings.
Yeah.
BBW. Wait a minute.
BBWs.
Hello.
Yeah, once I have the burger, then I can say it's best burger ever.
There you go.
Till then, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. No,
It doesn't matter. Also, today's birthday, Bully Ray, the Hall of
Oh,
Famer.
man.
Team
Man, I say
3D,
nothing
Dudley
wrong.
Boys.
Better not say nothing wrong.
Why? Because he lives in the state?
No, does he?
Well, he used to date Velvet Sky, who lived in the state of Connecticut, and maybe Bully Ray's still around. Hey, listen, Bubba Ray Dudley's been around a very long time, and he's had he's remembered best for being part of the Dudley Boys, but he had a great singles run as Bully Ray.
I love that.
In TNA with Aces and Eights.
That actually made me watch TNA too.
Yeah, it's a great program. And he was dating Brooke Hogan, and then he turned on Brooke Hogan and Hulk Hogan at the same time to start the Aces and Eights, I think. And just another aside was it was WrestleMania weekend, and everyone's traveling, and we're going to whatever destination it was. And I saw Bully and Velvet Sky in the first class section. Of course, Bully Ray has his glasses on, his hat on. He's just like Mr. Hughes. But Velvet Sky is like all nice and she's like, hi. It's like, you're dating a real asshole there. I don't think they're together anymore.
Nah, they're
separated.
Sadly. But yeah, I mean, when Bully Ray, his TNA contract ran up, they didn't have enough money to re-sign him. He came back to WWE, and the hope was, he had a great singles run. Here's his chance to be a singles guy. Nope, they just shoved him back with the Dudley Boys, and because that's how Vince McMahon is. He just sees something. It's like John Morrison when he came back. It's like I saw him last as a young kid. I didn't, and they never grew up. They never matured. He's still Johnny Nitro from Eminem. He's still Bubba Dudley from the Dudley Boys. He never evolved for me. That's the problem with Vince McMahon.
That's Vince McMahon's problem, Just like when a certain somebody got called up from NXT and they were Max Dupree. Dummy! But now the man is over and he is L.A. Knight!
Yeah! Got that one right.
So don't watch the previous episodes to watch our
Dummy!
To a dead crowd. L.A. Yeah, right. So there's, Max Dupree. What the f-
Max
See,
Dupree.
I told you he was going to fit this in.
I know what I was doing.
I think I wore both of my Hall of Fame and Shawn Michaels shirts earlier, but I think he's on it.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah, we haven't mentioned the shirt.
we ain't mentioned the shirt today.
There he is.
I'm keeping it simple. I got us the three faces of the IDM Pod t-shirt with my nice SummerSlam hat I got from Nashville last year.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Johnny, what you got?
I
It
have.
doesn't matter what you have.
For all of you listeners, I'm crying.
No, the hell you
That's that Christopher Watt sound.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
But I am wearing a very basic, generic live event t-shirt, and it has all of the wrestlers on it from that era. I think I got this at a late 2005 era house show.
What the hell is Orton doing?
He's doing
What the
the babyface move.
Oh,
The-
jeez.
I'm
Sitting
gonna
on
jump.
the toilet. That's what it looked like.
I'm gonna jump and touch my toes.
Is that prior
Leapfrog.
to the tattoos?
Yeah, that shit looked like. Remember when Lloyd sat in the toilet and
Who?
Dumb and Dumber or the
Oh,
Harry? One of them. That's how Orton's sitting right now. I don't know what the
Yes.
hell he doing.
Kick his ass, see that's got Triple H. Shawn
Damn,
Michaels.
Yeah, Edge about to do spin the Rooney.
JBL, Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, Rey Mysterio, and The Undertaker in Raw and SmackDown. So there you go. Just want to buy some merch, support the company, right?
Yeah.
Did you really buy it from the company, or did you get on the side of the street for $15 at the end of the show?
I don't do that shit. Randy, you didn't do that shit. You did that in Boston, Massachusetts after Survivor Series 2008. You got one of the knock.
Are you crazy, boy?
Randy, he called you out, bro.
You know what's interesting? The WrestleMania 31, Santa Clara, we were going to the actual WWE, the shop store, and they had like the WrestleMania shirt, the official WrestleMania shirt, with all like side profile, like in a row. And that looked cheap. Like the print quality, it looked cheap, just like the ones they would sell on the side of the street after the show was over, So, boo on WWE shop at that time. But what's not going to get a boo is Abel over here wearing his
L.A. Knight.
Yeah. Shirt. There you go. So looking pretty good, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Could use an iron though. But
All right.
listen.
Let me hear the Macho Man version. Ricky Steamboat version.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ricky.
We're about to get fucked.
I think that was at WrestleMania 27 during one of the backstage segments. He was freaking wow, woo yeah. Like, what the man, Ricky? You're representing us all wrong. So sad.
Well, guys.
Yeah.
It's SummerSlam month. Well, actually, SummerSlam mad early. Aren't they doing shit like the first week of August?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Usually like the mid.
But it ain't August now, brother.
It ain't
July.
It's July. It's
Because they got
hot.
competition.
And we're going to be doing a watch-along ECW Heat Wave that won the poll 2000.
Wait, what?
Huh?
It won?
It really did?
It won the poll, ECW Heat Wave.
How?
Wow.
It came up from behind.
From Power of the People.
Hey.
On Facebook, on the It Doesn't Matter podcast page.
All right, cool, great.
We're going to be doing a watch-along.
This is going to be a watch-along that I've never seen this pay-per-view.
I've never seen it
Neither
as
have
well.
I am glad that, first of all, I am stunned that it won.
Yes.
And I'm glad, 2, I'm glad for it. 3, I can't believe, what the hell was the other choice? It wasn't Bash of the Beach?
Nah, it was Bash at Beach 96, Hogan, and
Which
we
saw.
kind of
we
covered.
a little bit of that.
And then we had Canadian Stampede.
Yeah, Canadian Stampede. That was my suggestion. I didn't vote for it, but that was my
You
suggestion.
should have. See, your vote wouldn't matter.
I voted for that, I think.
Heat Wave won. Now you vote for Heat Wave.
Oh, I'm glad he won.
Yes, I did vote for it because I want to see something new.
Everybody wants to see something new, and I haven't seen the show. I didn't watch it beforehand.
Man.
No commentary, so this is gonna be a
It's
raw
going to be
reaction.
very,
video.
very interesting, my friend.
It Doesn't Matter universe is going to be blown away by our commentary on this special watch-along edition of the It Doesn't Matter podcast show. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you check that episode out.
Yes, and upcoming weeks we're gonna get some more SummerSlam theme shows coming out here since it's SummerSlam season.
Popping the boys.
Let's make sure we shout out the...
Rhode Island Broadcasting Crew.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
My goodness.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you. Follow us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram. We are on the Twitter as well.
Yes, we are on Twitter.
We're on
What
the
is
Twitter
the
machine.
handle on that there, bud? IDM Pod 23. Oh yeah.
How about I got it on my phone?
Yeah, baby. Cream.
Abel got it. Pazano got it.
We all got our strengths. We
That's
got the
it.
Twitter man himself over
That's
here.
it.
I don't
Twitter
know.
machine right
I'm
here.
never on Twitter.
We
I just
on
know
Twitter.
what you told me about.
IDM Pod 23 on Twitter.
There you go.
Oh man.
Until then, I am the notorious one. I am here with Mr. What was your name again?
Mr. Small Package.
Mr. Small Package. Mr. Adequates. John. Also here with Platino. And we will see you next week.
Oh yeah.
Boom!